You can pretty much instantly win civil wars using this exploit. Let me show you what I mean. Now you're probably aware that there's two types of civil wars in HOI4. The scripted ones, such as the UK fascist one or the German ahistorical civil war, or one of the many Soviet civil wars, basically the civil wars of the countries which have focus trees. And there's also the second type of civil war, which is the unscripted ones. Simply if you play a country which doesn't have a focus tree, all you gotta do is hire a fascist demagogue or communist revolutionary, get enough support, get low enough stability, and you can fire a civil war. This exploit works for both the scripted and unscripted civil wars. And now this is what you need to make it work. First things first, you're gonna need a puppet before you start the civil war. In this example, I'm gonna play as Japan, which already has two puppets, Manchukuo and Menkuko. The second thing that's required is for that puppet to have some divisions. Not many, but at least some. And by divisions, I mean their own divisions, the ones that they have recruited. Not the ones that you have trained, which are using their manpower. And the third thing you need is to not be in faction. So you're not supposed to be a faction leader or to be part of any other faction at the moment you fire up a civil war. So in this instance, I'm going to do this as Japan. I'm going to take my entire army and just delete it so the civil war is even faster. And now let's request troops from our puppets. Manchukuo has 9 of them and Menguko has totally 3 of them. Now I will go democratic as Japan, which requires a civil war. Since this is a scripted civil war, we know exactly which states enemies are going to own or control at the start of the war. In this case, it's going to be Kyushu, Chugoku, Shikoku, Hokkaido, as well as Okinawa, I believe. So all we gotta do is basically take all of these divisions and send them to the victory points which the enemies are going to own at the start of the civil war. I'm gonna use commands just to speed up the focuses which lead up to civil war. Democratic elements stage coup. Never again shall the military rule us. So here we are, the civil war just started, and guess what? I control all 12 divisions which Manchukuo and Menguko actually have. Even though Manchukuo is not my puppet anymore, and Menguko is now a puppet of Manchukuo. Yeah, I know, right? Everything makes sense. And as you can see, instantly after the war starts, we're controlling Nagasaki, Kokura, Kagoshima, Hiroshima, Kochi, Asahigawa, Sapporo, and also Naha. Which is enough to capitulate the enemies. By the way, look at this. Japanese capital is Toyohara. And as you can see, instantly, after just 24 hours, we won the civil war. And just like that, the civil war is over. Now, the Japan might not have been the best example for this, because you can still win the civil war pretty quickly anyway. However, a good example would be German civil war, if you would get a puppet in the meantime, such as Belgium or something like that. I managed to win a German civil war in one of my videos in about only 2 weeks or so. So yeah, using this method you can win the civil wars which take a long time in just a couple of days.